Welcome back to the studios of Helicoid, dear viewers. We're now beginning our second phone call interview this evening with Mrs. Bharti Tiwari, whom is a headmistress at a private Indian school here in Kuwait. Hello, headmistress, are you with us?
Yes, I'm there with you. Hello.
Hello, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Now, Mrs. Bharti, obviously with the pandemic now and the education system having moved online, there must be a higher responsibility now on the shoulder of teachers. So how have they been coping with that, and just what is their role now to really get messages across to their students?
Yes, see, as we all know, that the role of an educationist or a teacher is ever evolving. Pandemic or no pandemic. You're always a student, never a master. We have to keep moving forward. And one teacher can make an everlasting impact on a child's life. I mean, think back to your own school days. I'm sure you've had several good teachers you still remember to this day.
Yes, of course.
Yes?
They really hit with you.
Exactly. So the time a child spends in school, the most developmental years, is valuable. Our agenda in this field should be to provide a better world to our future generations. And, as the great poet once said, that don't limit a child to your own learning, for he was born in another time. Therefore, we as educationists have to be ever evolving, ever ready to adapt and unlearn, and ever ready to relearn, whatever may be the conditions.
Right.
So we are trying our best to unlearn and relearn.
Okay, especially now with the pandemic, it's so important to adapt both as a teacher and as a student.
Yes, yes.
And Mrs. Bharti, given that you're obviously a key member of the system, what components do you feel like are missing now from the online education system? What should be added?
Yes, a very interesting question indeed. See, the three most important components to be incorporated in a major way, whether it is online or on campus, are life skills lessons at every level, value-based education, and overall personality development of a child.
Okay.
There are many life skills lessons, to be incorporated in our learning systems, like simple interpersonal skills, fostering creativity in any form, and value of mistakes, adjusting to peer groups, and most importantly, I would say, coping with emotions. The emotional quotient has to be worked upon even by the educational system, as a child spends 1/3 of the day at school with teachers and peers. And that's where we should bring in the importance of a value-based education. The duty of the system should be to ensure that it is a most safe and healthy atmosphere, emotionally too, for all students alike.
Right.
So I think these are important.
There has been an emphasis recently on mental health, and with that, as you're mentioning, it's important that we focus on emotional intelligence in our students' lives.
Yes.
Exactly. Well then, Mrs. Bharti, what steps do you think should be taken to really offer students this well-rounded approach to their development, especially as we've mentioned how there's this huge component that's been taken out, namely interpersonal communication?
Yes, yes. A child can be best described as a summation of his or her skills, aptitude, knowledge, and perception, all combined, I would say, in a single frame. Right? Hence, it is very necessary that instead of merely laying the focus on textbook-based education and academic know-how, the emphasis should be laid on the holistic development. And the most important areas of development that help in character building and holistic grooming of children are cognitive development, communication development, social skill development, and physical development. If any of these goes missing from the process of learning and grooming, the upbringing and development remains incomplete. And additionally, like you mentioned, communication skills, they play a very crucial role. Mastering the art to communicate effectively becomes a bare essential when it comes to the all-round development of the children. And studies have revealed that young age is the best time when a child possesses the highest potential to grasp and learn.
Right.
So it is vital that communication skill training is introduced during the formative years of school itself. So I would say that more practical changes are awaiting our education system.
Right. But Mrs. Bharti, you've mentioned the need for physical development, of course, but how are you doing that now? Students are not coming in, they're not able to run around on the playground, they don't have physical education class. So how are you encouraging them to stay active, to move, basically?
Yes, see, to begin with the online session also, especially with the kindergarten and at the primary level, we still do a lot of, tactile activities, and we do a lot of motor skills and gross motor skills and fine motor skills exercises with them, you know.
Okay.
So that's how one takes care of. And of course, we encourage them to, be active at home, to be involved in a lot of activities at home.
It helps, especially if they have brothers or sisters to
Exactly.
play around with.
Yes, yes.
All right. Well, Mrs. Bharti, to wrap up, we'd love to hear from you if you have any messages that you would like to share with the students that we have watching right now.
Okay, yes. I would say that children have to be, involved in not only with academics but beyond academics. Okay, I think as a society we should be teaching the children uh, uh, many other concepts and sensitizing them to various other things happening around us. For example, they should be taught how to be respecting women, how to be compassionate to others.
Right.
Okay. Yes, I have been associated with a very strong and loud initiative by IFTDO, CWE, that is the International Federation of
Mm-hmm.
Training and Development Organization and Committee for Women Empowerment. And
Okay.
recently we conducted a conference in Nigeria under its versatile chairperson, Mrs. Janet, and the continent head for Asia, Mr. Praveen.
Mm.
And as CEO for the CW Kuwait chapter, I envisage the similar agendas and issues to be presented in Kuwait for students so that they are, besides their academics, we make them, sensitive to other issues around them. And
Okay.
children, you are a powerhouse of potential. So discover yourself, respect elders, respect women. Always remember that learning is not attained by chance. It must be sought for with ardor and attended to with diligence.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no problem in the world that can't be solved with communication. So talk about your problems.
Communication and
And
understanding.
yes, and last but not the least, laugh a lot. That's the best medicine. Stay
Especially
fit,
now.
healthy, and happy.
Right. Very well. Well, Mrs. Bharti, we really thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, dear viewers, with that, we had with us the headmistress of an Indian private school here in Kuwait, Mrs. Bharti Tiwari. We thank her for joining us. Now we head over to our next report for the evening, showcasing our beloved Kuwait's heritage. Let's take a look at that.